Hi guys! Welcome to our house tour!
So our home is a 3-bedroom condo, 3-bed, 2-bath, and it's around 1,400 plus square feet.
So while people have like themes for their house, like modern luxury, Scandinavian and all that, the theme of our home actually is just easy to clean. This is a resale condo, and in order to stick closer to our reno budget that we set for ourselves, we actually brought over some of the big appliances from Singapore over to here. And also we kept some of the features of the house from the previous owner's renovation to help us save money lah. When you enter from the main door, the first thing you'll see is our island. We actually got our ID to remove the island that was in place and fully customize this. This is, I think, longer and broader than most usual island because we decided that we want to do most of our stuff on this island. So right here you will see this tabletop space, right, is for groceries, and then after that we have our sink here for us to wash the dishes, and we also have our hob and hood here for us to cook. Our ID also sourced for us this dishwasher, sink, and then also this waste disposal, food waste disposal, and then also our water dispenser. So what we realized is in Malaysia, right, the ID actually includes like sourcing of appliances. So this makes renovation a lot easier for us.
Now, why I love this additional space of island a lot is whenever we come back from outside, be it shopping or doing our grocery run, right, all our barang we carry, right, we'll put all here, and then we're gonna wash our legs. And then we come back to sort them all out. Like, things that we put in the fridge, storage, or even in our cupboard. So this area here is very multifunctional. You can put all our stuff here, even our Shopee orders. Put all here first, then open up. So Rachel is always in charge of cooking. And I'm the one that is in charge of meal prep, preparing all the food, cut the vegetables, wash them and everything. And one thing I like about this sink, right, other than, this one, the usual one you can turn and wash, is I can put my chopping board over here like this. So I chop everything already. I just throw everything inside here and then let the food waste disposal blend them all in. It's very easy. Last time in our previous house, we have to, use our hand and take out the disgusting stuff and then go and toss it into the rubbish bin. Now no longer really. This is very, very good. And also, the sink also comes with, I'm not shouting out for the sink, but I really love the sink so much. There's even a place for you to wash your vegetables. So we can actually fit this inside here, put all the vegetable here, soak them with water, wash them ready, drain it, and then cut. All without affecting the rest of the table space. This time around, we decided to go for a stainless steel sink instead of the granite one. Previously, our granite one can see a lot of white stains, and this sink is actually very deep. So when we open our water, right, it doesn't splash all over the island space.
Excuse me, don't waste water.
Oh, sorry. Initially, we wanted to have a water dispenser, the usual size one right here. But then we found out that there's no water outlet point for this area here. And then we also don't want to have a bulky water dispenser right smack in the middle of this island. You ruin the aesthetic. So we decided to go for this Wells dispenser, small. Everything is under the sink. Yeah, so you can do your hot, cold, coffee, even cook your Maggi mee, and everything here. The best part is, right, if you are coming from the living room here, I have a water that I want to top up or refill. It's here, right? I can turn this over and top up my water.
This is for lazy people.
Yeah, so you can turn both ways.
Here is where we do our cooking because we always do light cooking. We don't have those wok hay and stuff, right? So this is where we put our hob and hood. And we decided to go for, I think this is called a downdraft hood because we don't have, I think this is a false ceiling. So our ID actually advised against those, install on the ceiling kind. And it's a bit weird if we install it here also because you just suck the smoke of one. So we decided to go for this one. We found it at a home expo. So we felt like it was super cool because I still get to watch TV even if I'm cooking. Because last time, when Sean was in the living room, I'm in the kitchen cooking by myself, I always miss out on the important parts of the show. This is what the hood looks like. Okay, so it will suck the smoke. Actually, it's quite good. Yeah, then the exhaust comes out from below. This one you can actually off the light and then adjust the power of how much you want to suck the smoke. This is our spice drawer, which I super love because I've always wanted to have a spice drawer. And I think, grabbing the spices and just seasoning the food here, the flow is very nice.
The other time when our friend visited us, they actually asked, hey, when you wash your dishes, where is your dish rack? You don't have a dish rack here. Yeah, so this thing actually comes with a storage function, so it acts as a dish rack for us. after washing all the stuff, right, you can actually just grab everything from here easily. So currently it's drying them out. You can see, right, it's all like sterilized, like hot towel, those kind. Yeah, which I find this function really, really good lah. So we don't have to find additional space to put all these things that we always use.
We saw this thing online which is called like the kitchen triangle, where it's like the fridge and the sink and also the induction that you have. So the workflow is like a triangle. It makes, you know, moving around very easy. Yeah, so I think we have sort of like a triangle thing going on here, which we kind of like. When you're discussing with your ID like how to design your kitchen, right, I think you can have this triangle thing in mind to see what works better for you.
And we also have one dedicated power point here on the island, just in case like Rachel want to take out the Thermomix and put here to do some recording of her cooking. On the other side of the island, this is where we keep our storage stuff and where we do our prep for our cats, you know. All our cat food is all here, so we can take them out, prepare the food for them to eat. We didn't customize any designated like work from home office space. So this space acts as like a office area, which is why we brought this stool, right, all the way from Singapore to here. This is from our previous home. So sometimes we can just sit down here and then do our work and stuff like that. If you notice, like one of the cupboard, why is there like a hole over here, right? This is actually purposely designed to cater for our robot vacuum. So our robot vacuum is here. I think in our previous video of our house tour back in Singapore, we actually regretted not having a dedicated space, okay, built-in one for our robot vacuum. Because right, the robot vacuum, to be honest, I have never ever mopped floor once since we have stayed here. Everything is done by robot vacuum. They vacuum, they mop, they even come back and dry themselves and sanitize everything. I mean, I cannot live without robot vacuum, to be honest. So I already actually designed and customized a space for a robot vacuum. It's actually very small. We use this Dreamy X50. I don't need to top up water or pour away all the dirty water because everything is linked with the water outlet here. And then on the top right, I just put all my robot vacuum, detergents and all other supplies over here.
We also brought over our fridge, our Thermomix and our air fryer from Yishun. And I think we really learned our lesson that if you invest in good quality appliances, right, it really lasts so much longer, so you don't need to keep changing them every few years. I really love how there's a designated space for my Thermomix here. It's like a little small island just for the Thermomix. And then there's a PowerPoint there just for the Thermomix. The ID did this like, I think recess kind of a thing in the cabinet so that when the steam comes out, when I'm steaming stuff, right, it doesn't like condense over here. So it just goes up.
And also, it won't look so dark over here. Otherwise, you have to install like LED strip lighting.
Yeah. In this column here, there's also my air fryer. It's a little designated space again. There's also a power plug here, so I don't have to pull out the air fryer and plug it in. It's already connected, so I can turn it on anytime when I want to use. And I think one of the most satisfying thing is that initially I thought this thing would block the air fryer, but when I pull it out, right, it's like, wow, so seamless. And if I really wanted to allow for ventilation, I can just pull this out. Then I can push it in once I'm done.
Soft closing.
We managed to save money with the microwave because this is from the previous owner. And we kept it because it was in a really good condition. And plus, the microwave very cool. And there's no button to press. You just need to press this and oh my gosh, right? So we definitely had to keep it.
Save cost, save cost.
This cabinet is where we keep all our food supplies here also and all our supplements. This drawer is where we keep our plates and cups. So if you watch our previous vlog, right, this is from Nitori.
And if you notice over here,
we finally have matching cutleries.
Yeah, the other time Rachel put a lot of like different, it looks really like so we actually refreshed them.
And then the drawer below is where we put our pots. This is all the pots that we have. This is our steamboat, our hot pot. And then this is the only like set of pots that we have. I love it. It's super good. The handle can even like detach one.
And if you notice, right, we even have like a small fire extinguisher and a fire blanket over here just in case anything happens. I think it's a good measure to protect ourselves and our cats.
For the walls and also even the ceiling, right, I think our ID did this thing called Versari paint. So aesthetic-wise, we definitely left it to them because we are more like functional, practical, but they have more of an eye for aesthetics.
Yeah, I think this is like a textured paint. So if you come closer and touch it, I mean, you all cannot touch it, I can touch. Like it feels like there's a texture over it.
Yeah, I think the good thing about this is that it's probably easier to maintain because kitchen is where, you know, sometimes you get stains and whatnot, right? This one, you cannot tell if it's dirty or not.
So the light switch are all in very good condition and they look aesthetic as well. I mean, it fits our house theme. So we decided to just retain them. But one thing is we are not sure which light is which light initially. So we actually brought like stickers, right? Then we just stick them all here so we know like what light is for what. But then some of it is quite sengek. Behind this door, this used to be a wet kitchen area. But we decided to just remove the whole wet kitchen area and turn it into our laundry area plus our toilet for cats. Yeah, then so that's why there's a little nook or hole over here for our cats to enter in because they don't know how to use the flat. So they only know how to use this. Right here is where we do our laundry. So if you can see, this is our washer dryer. Last time we have a combo, but then now we have a bit more space so we can do like a 1x1. I think dry a lot faster than just a washer dryer combination. So we put our laundry pots here. Actually quite neat, huh? Not bad, huh? Yeah, we put our laundry pot here and then stuff to move wet clothes to dry clothes.
In the living room, we kept the lighting, the aircon, the marble flooring, and also the marble features on the wall to save cost on our renovation. But we told our ID to help us switch the colors from the dark brown wood that was initially here to a light brown color. So I think our ID did a laminate over it. This is so nice to touch. I don't know what material this is, but it's so nice to touch.
We actually requested for a ceiling fan because we have learned that ceiling fan is really essential in like hot countries, Singapore, Malaysia, because it helps us not to use aircon all the time and also makes vacuuming a lot easier than, you know, the standard standing fan. All our rooms got ceiling fan, non-negotiable. Okay, so our living room here, this is our sofa. It's actually like a 3-seater sofa with an L shape. And we love this sofa a lot.
Because you can do this. You can extend it out. Wait. Yeah.
Because we can do this.
So there is like the version that has the mechanical one where you can automatic to come out. But then like we didn't want to connect this to a power. We wanted it to be like more manual so that the maintenance is a lot easier.
Yeah, you see, she can even stretch out like that.
Yeah, I can fall asleep on the sofa. It's very, very comfortable.
There's even like a recliner for your neck as well. So she can actually rest here. And the best thing about this is actually like water repellent and scratch proof. So our cats have tried scratching on this sofa. They didn't like it at all, so they
cannot
stopped
cause
doing that.
any damage.
Yep.
The material is so good.
During the first few weeks when we stay here, I actually spilled the whole cup of coffee on the sofa itself.
Yeah, then we were like, wow, jialat already because we haven't even do house tour, right? Then the whole cup of coffee was just all over the sofa.
Yeah.
Surprisingly, we used the wet wipes to wipe it and then it was all gone. No stains at all.
The coffee stain, the smell, all gone. I panicked. I immediately contacted the person that sold us this. Okay, this is from Zolano, by the way. It's a Malaysia brand. Yeah, and we actually saw this brand in Singapore when we were looking for a sofa. And then turns out it's from Malaysia. So we managed to get it. We eyed for this sofa very, very long already. Last time in IMM in Singapore until now. My family came over to visit us and they actually rested on this sofa. My sister and my brother-in-law, they love this sofa so much, they asked us to bring them to Zolano to check it out. And they bought exactly the same sofa that we have. They actually do provide service to send it all the way to Singapore as well. Everyone that came to our house, right, they really love our sofa. They always compliment about the sofa and fall asleep over it, including our cats. And if you notice, for our living room, our furnitures are all quite low. There is no like empty space below. We want it to keep it low. At the same time, right, like that, no fur and dust will get under the sofa, which is very difficult to clean. Even the table is also kept low, but this table is like multifunctional. If you notice, we don't have a dining table in our living room. Yeah, most of the time we sit down here, eat our dinner or lunch, and watch show. So this serves as a coffee table, and at the same time, it can become a dining table and also a work desk. So we do most of our editing here. And one more thing is, if we have bigger crowds or more guests that comes here, right, this can be extended to fit even more people, which is why we love this so much.
Yeah, you can sit probably like 10 people.
The best part is this looks like a stone slab.
So it matches really well with the floor and also like the wooden parts of the house, I guess.
Oh, I love this table. I love having like multi-functional furnitures, and especially if it's very, very easy to, you know, keep, maintain. And one thing I realized, right, for living room, if your furniture is very low as possible, like your sofa, your coffee table, it actually accentuates your whole living room and makes the whole living room look spacious and big. I mean, our ceiling is not that high. If your ceiling is super high, then you don't need to consider about this lah. But then you just look at this. If you look at the table over here, the table height now, like this, right? The living room doesn't look so big. But if I push this all the way down to the floor, once we are done watching our movie already, we can use our leg to just push this back in. Then we have more space in the living room. We have an LG 75-inch TV over here and a soundbar as well. So the soundbar only comes with like this soundbar and a subwoofer. Very good enough already. The sound that comes out from this is so good, and the bass, right, you can feel the vibration. But I have never ever went past volume 12 before. Because my dear wife is very sensitive. She always say that, hey, you disturb the neighbors. Don't turn it so loud. Even in the afternoon, I cannot even play loud music or watch movie loudly. So my horror movie volume is always like volume 6. The ghosts come out not scary one, cannot hear. One thing I like about this TV is it comes with AI mode. So the remote control, although our house is not like smart home, I can actually use the remote control to turn off, turn on all the stuff that are linked together. That means like I have my LG dehumidifier, the aircon, the washer dryer. All these, I can use this to control them. I also like that I can actually use this. So whenever I watch Netflix, right, I can move my mouse up and down. You can see? Yeah, we can even play game with this. And this TV, wow, the quality is so good.
Over here is our balcony. It's not super big, it's like a small balcony, but I really appreciate having this space a lot because one is the ventilation that comes in. It acts as like a super big window. And number two is like, even if we work from home like the entire day, right? We want to catch our breath, we want to just sit down and chill, we can just sit down in the balcony. It really helps to relax us. And then we get a lot of morning sun and we can see like mountains in the far distance.
So our house has a dumbbell layout. What I like about dumbbell layout for the house is you don't actually have wasted space like, the corridor. And right here, there's 2 rooms and a common toilet. And then over the other side is our master bedroom. So it actually separates the place quite well.
Here is our cat's room. When our friends and family came over, they commented this was like a child's nursery room. So we also installed a fan here. The lighting was also left behind by the previous owner.
Here is like a little nook area for the platforms. The edges, right, they are all rounded. Because previously in our house, we even have like platforms as well for our cats to rest, but they are all sharp. This area here is all customized for our cats. And they do spend a lot of their time here. One thing I like about this thing is this is very sturdy, so I have no worries that this will actually collapse on them. They even assure us that I can sit on it.
Now, cat room, there's this full-length mirror, and behind this is actually a sliding door. And your pants never keep a Jack and Jill toilet to the common bathroom. So for this door, it has like this wainscoting design, and we decided to keep it to save money so we don't have to like switch out the entire door. And basically, we retain the tiles on the walls and the floor from the previous owner.
We actually retrofitted the toilet bowl to have like a bidet. This bidet doesn't require any electrical supply, so they just use like the water pressure to wash your ass. So one thing that we changed is this whole sink. Remember, we actually requested for a sink that is very easy to maintain. And this sink is just come in one piece. Yeah. If you can see, right, like this.
So this doesn't cause like the problem that most undermount sinks have, where there is a connecting point and then gunk gets stuck underneath. Yeah, so this one actually very easy to clean. You just use the squeegee and then just like scrub everything and it just goes into the sink. So this is one of the doors for the toilet, and this is the other door, and it leads us back into the living room. Here is like this concealed door feature that came with the house. I think it's the previous owner's renovation, and then our ID actually helped us to laminate over it to match the rest of the house as well. So this is our guest bedroom. So this also came with the lighting. We didn't touch the lighting, we only installed a fan, non-negotiable. This is only for our family when they come over to visit, right? Then they can stay in this room. But then it doesn't make sense to like permanently have a bed in the middle of the room to collect dust and fur, so we decided we wanted to go for a Murphy bed. And I think it's one of the best decisions ever because like when nobody is staying in this room, right, it still looks very spacious because the bed can be folded up. And this is also the main storage area for our home. So here is where we have all our cupboards to put our barang-barang. And then our ID, in order to flush it together, did like this curved design on both sides.
Remember, the theme of our house is to easy to clean, practical. So one of the things that I always wanted was to have like my vacuum cleaner to be flush inside the cupboard. So anything that I want to use can all be taken out easily from here. So our ID actually designed like a vacuum area here. If you notice, there's actually power point that leads all the way to a power track inside as well. So this power track, we actually brought them from Singapore all the way here. I still remember, we wrap them out and then we carry them, then we declare them, and then we come over here. This is too long to put in one cupboard. So they actually cut a hole over here to fit the power track here. So both can draw power supply. This area here is for us to put our vacuum, big bulky stuff. I also like that the shelving can be adjustable. We actually asked them, I want it to be as modular as possible. So they actually created multiple holes for me. So like example, this one, I can put it higher, I can put it lower if I want to. For all our other, appliances like the cameras and everything, to charge them, last time we have to like bring them all out and put on the table to charge them. Then once it's done already, you have to keep them. Then sometimes my cat, they go and bite the cable. Then I have to replace the cable. This time around, we have a small makeshift office area. We can bring the bar chair from the living room and put it here, and then we just do our work here. And behind here is actually the power track, if you can see from here. Yeah, this is where we do all our charging of our microphone, of our camera, all here. There. The cables are all here. So I can put it here, my cats cannot touch them. And when I close it, yeah, so the rest of the storage is like for us to put our spare supplies, the spare shampoos and everything. And then over here, this is actually for our guests. And we actually place the blankets, the pillows, and the spare, bedsheet covers all here for them. So if you notice, right, all the drawer, the opening, closing is all like this, except this one. We ask our ID to customize this so that our cat can use their hand to open this up. Because one of our cat actually love to hide in the cupboards and sleep. So purposely make this for them to open it easily. So this is the place where we hide our Murphy bed. I think typical Murphy bed is always when you go down, people lie down like this. But ours, we actually requested for queen size one because sometimes, Rachel's mom and dad is here to visit us, and then we have couple that come and visit us. Easier for two of them to sleep. Very easy to use, very lightweight as well. All you have to do is just pull this. Ta-da! They have a hydraulic system. So this is a queen size bed. You can just lie down here, then take out all the pillows and everything from here to sleep. This way, our cats cannot rest on top of it, and then it won't accumulate dust and fur. Very easy to keep also. One hand can just like that. Even Rachel can keep.
Not really, always is you keep.
Never mind, let me do it for you. So over here, this is actually like a curved design. We don't want it to look like a standard, like just modular. You put this Murphy bed here, you put the cupboard there. So we want it to be flush in with the design as well. And then we have this like mesh window, which we love it a lot. It provides ventilation plus safety for us.
This one is metal and
yeah, this is like, I don't know whether it's aluminum or metal mesh. So insects cannot come in. The best part is insect cannot come in, and my cat cannot jump up. It's very easy to use. You see, you can actually open it. So this is how the window normally looks. Very, very good buy. We have this installed in our common toilet, in our cat room as well.
So we learned about this metal mesh, right, from this lady at Mont Kiara because her house was very near the forest. So she said that the usual magnetic mesh, right, the monkeys will actually be able to get through the magnetic mesh. So she told us that metal mesh is better, so we learned from her. If you can see that Mona Lisa thing, right, it's a cat scratcher, and I feel like it looks very nice with this lighting at the top.
This is actually like a resting spot for our cat. It looks like Mona Lisa is hugging our cat.
This is our bedroom. We also didn't change the lighting in this bedroom. Ceiling fan is also an essential for us in this room, so we don't have to turn on aircon when we sleep. And then we requested for a bed without a headboard because, headboards, cats will actually scratch and damage it. So what our ID did for us is like this kind of artistic feature, which was super cool. And then it even comes with LED lights behind, so we can turn on and off, before we sleep. So our cats cannot damage any of these, which is the best thing, because usually cat owners cannot have nice things, but this works. We have 2 of these bedside tables. They were also included in the renovation. What I really appreciate from our ID is that once they were done with the renovation, when they hand over to us, right, all these were already included. So we didn't have to go and look for all those like small loose furniture to make the house look complete. It was already done, so they chose the nice ones that will actually complement the rest of the home design. So we didn't have to like headache over it. This is my side of the bed, and I have these loop earbuds because Sean snores very loud. So I will use this every night before I sleep. Here is where I do my makeup, and this vanity is done up by our ID as well. I'm very happy because all my makeup can fit in this drawer, so I don't need additional like storage space.
I think one thing that is unique is it comes with like LED lights, and the mirror is actually like floor to ceiling. And they have natural lighting that comes in here also, so it's very easy for Rachel to do her makeup or her video here. But I don't know why like the light here got something inside. I think it might be the cable pop out halfway then block the LED light inside.
Here is our walk-in wardrobe, and I think we saved quite a bit of money on this because the previous owner had already done up this glass and then also like the carpentry and everything inside. I think usually if you do it yourself, it should cost quite a bit of money, but then we just retain everything, so we save money. The only thing we did was we requested for our ID to put this lock here. And it's not because we got valuables. You can see, right, the key is still here. It's actually to prevent my cats from opening the door because my cats can even open glass doors. This walk-in wardrobe space, actually we are very happy because it's just nice for all our clothes. So we won't be buying any more new clothes. And I think the previous owner actually customized like all these nice, you know, little compartments to put branded watches, but ta-da! Here are my bracelets that I made by myself. This is Sean's corner, so he has a lot of like these xiang perfumes that we got as gifts.
And also like some hats that
Yeah.
I have and what Rachel have.
And then this luggage here, we actually won it in like, I think a lucky draw or something. We got it as a free gift. We're very happy because it's like we don't have to buy a luggage. Basically here is all Sean's clothes, and then here is all my clothes. I think we have like a equal amount. And then if you see on top here, right, we have nothing to put up there, so we just put empty boxes. So don't believe everything you see on social media.
So if you notice, like Rachel's clothes are mostly white, brown, and black. And then my one is more colorful because Rachel is more emo.
What? So when my friends came over, they say we 赚到 with this unit because like all these things were already done up. So this is for like you to put your pants, and then Sean has one and I have one also. And even this part can be pulled out, so it was like, wow, everything was already done up. Basically how we do our laundry, because we are very lazy, right, we just open the drawer and throw everything in. So here's where all my home clothes are. Since they don't need to be folded anyway, so I fold for what, right? Just throw after washing and drying. This is the master bedroom toilet. And likewise, we didn't do anything to the tiles or the flooring. It was already here from the previous owner. This sink is customized by our ID, and they managed to make it flush with the existing design of the toilet. And yeah, it looks very aesthetic, very easy to clean. You just take the squeegee and just pull all the water and it just goes into the sink. So I think our sinks are like one of our favorite parts of our home. And since our cat cannot come into this section of our house, we decided to request for this part for us to put our towels. So if we had this outside, right, our cats sure like go in and mess around with our towels, but yeah, we get to do this because our cats cannot come in. So the other day, my friend came over and asked me like, where is my skincare? So here is. That's it. I'm still looking for skincare that is suitable for my skin, but for now, this is it.
As you can see, our toilet doesn't have a window. So instead of window, there is an exhaust right on top of Rachel. Yeah, other than exhaust, right, we actually have a dehumidifier here. This is from LG lah. We love this a lot. We brought this all the way from Singapore to here as well. And it actually reduced the humidity in this toilet by a lot. Okay, until it feels really dry here. And what I like is I can take out all the moisture from the air and enter in the water. Then I can just wash my sink with it. Very, very easy to use. Behind the door here is where we put our dirty laundry lah. Then after that, once it's full already, we can just carry them all the way to the service area. If you all watch our previous video where we explore like Wang Utama, right? This is the towel that we got from Buga. It's very thick and fluffy. Yeah. And it also comes with...
Here, the embroidery.
Yeah. So this is actually Rachel's one. And mine is here. The other time when we went to UK, we actually booked an Airbnb to stay. It's at Suffolk area. And when we use the shower area, we noticed that their shower area uses the, like instead of the turn the knob or you push up and down, it's a press one. It's so cool that we took photo, then we say, why not we try and have this in our next home? Surprisingly, when we view this house, they actually came with it already. so we don't have to go and buy and change everything. This is all press one. So if I press this, the water comes down like this. Oh shit! And one thing I like is this is so special, man. There's even like this mode where when I press this, and then when I press this,
It's like a little massage function.
yeah, which we don't use it.
Just cool.
Yeah, there's a rain shower as well, and then different shower modes. And then we actually add on this here behind. Yeah, this is not drilled in. This is like a suction cup that put it here, but it looks like it's drilled in to put our loofah and whatnot.
So that's it for our home tour. Just a disclaimer, we are not sponsored. We paid for our staff, and I think we paid in total about 170k RM for like the renovation, appliances, and also furniture. So we actually used our credit card to pay for our renovation because our ID was very nice, allow credit card payment, and there was no extra charge for the credit card payment. We managed to clock quite a bit of miles from there.
Our ID is the Makeover Guys. It was actually recommended by our friend. So we actually just like go down to their showroom, take a look, and we were very impressed by what they do. So we just engage them.
And they also have very kindly given us a discount code for anyone who watches our YouTube. If you are keen to engage them, you can actually use this discount code. I think for me, I'm very appreciative of like the ID's attention to details, even like the very, very small details. For example, the cat door, the rounded edges, so it's not sharp for them. A very solid cat platform so my cats won't suddenly like fall down. The little silicone rubber thing was all in place already when they handed over the unit to us, so that when the cabinet doors open, right, it doesn't like suddenly bang very loudly. And then we didn't have to stress about buying all the small furniture to style our home because it's all included in the reno.
I think we have been staying here for a few months already, and one thing that I really, really love the most is because I do household chore, it's very easy to clean. Okay, once it's very easy to clean, you enjoy doing your household chore more. Like there isn't any corners that is very difficult for me to reach and clean. Everything is within reach. Like even for the island, right, we try to leave as empty as possible. So like one wipe, everything is done.
Yeah, and everything has a place so there is not so much clutter. Everything goes back into the cupboard once we're done using it.
Yeah, by the way, right, what you all see now, right, is what we have usually. We don't purposely go and clean up the house, go and hide everything. This is what you see.
So I think this is helpful, especially for people like us that, we don't have a monthly budget set aside for part-time help to come and clean up the house. A lot of things are DIY.
Yeah, our part-time helper is the robot vacuum that works every day. Only that one is our part-time helper.
Yeah, so I think when you factor all these things into your renovation, you make it more like clutter-free and also more practical in your designs, right? It really helps on your day-to-day cleaning.
So I hope you guys enjoy our house tour. Thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe because we noticed, right, a lot of people that view the videos, you never subscribe.
So if there's any part of the house that you want to see a more detailed video for, let us know in the comment section below and we can do a video on it. So as usual, thank you guys for watching and we'll see you guys next time.
Bye!